Ever wondered why dogs do certain strange things? From sniffing your crotch to chasing their own tails, our furry friends exhibit some behaviors that can leave us scratching our heads. But these seemingly odd antics are not as random as they might appear. In fact, they are deeply ingrained in the canine psyche, each serving a specific purpose. Today we'll be exploring 15 such peculiar habits of dogs, so let's dive into the fascinating world of canine behavior and understand what's really going on. Sniffing crotches and kicking when their bellies are scratched. Sounds familiar? Let's delve into these peculiar behaviors. You see, dogs have a sense of smell that's exponentially stronger than ours. It's their primary means of understanding the world around them. When a dog sniffs a person's crotch, they're not being inappropriate. Instead, they're gathering information about you, from your hormonal balance to your diet. It's their unique way of getting to know you. Now, on to the kicking. Ever wonder why your dog kicks when you hit that sweet spot on their belly? That's what we call a scratch reflex. It's an automatic response to being tickled. This kicking is an involuntary action, much like when your knee jerks during a reflex check at the doctor's office. So next time, don't feel embarrassed when your dog is sniffing or kicking. They are just being dogs. Ever received a gift from your dog or a wet lick? From the chewed-up tennis ball to the half-mauled squirrel, these little tokens of love might seem strange to us, but to our dogs, they're a sign of affection. Dogs are pack animals, and in the wild, they would share their kills with the rest of the pack. So when your dog brings you a gift, they're essentially saying, I care about you, and I want to share with you. Now let's talk about those wet licks. Dogs lick us for a variety of reasons. One of those reasons is to show submission. In a pack, lower-ranking dogs will often lick the faces of higher-ranking dogs as a sign of respect and submission. So when your dog licks you, they're saying, I respect you and I acknowledge your authority. Remember, a lick or a gift from your dog is a sign of their love and respect for you. Does your dog constantly seek your approval? And what about those howls? You might be surprised to learn that these behaviors are deeply rooted in your dog's pack mentality and their ways of communication. Dogs are inherently social creatures. They thrive in a pack, and in your home, you're their pack leader. So when your dog seems to be seeking your approval, they're actually checking in with their leader, making sure they're doing things right. Now let's talk about howling. It's not just something dogs do when they're alone or when a fire truck passes by. Howling is a form of communication that's been passed down from their wolf ancestors. It's their way of saying, I'm here, or this is my territory. It can also be a call for companionship or a response to high-pitched sounds. So your dog's constant need for approval and their howling are just their ways of communicating with you. Ever returned home to a destroyed couch? Or received a gentle nuzzle from your dog? Well, let's talk about that. Destructive behavior in dogs isn't just a naughty habit. It's often a sign of deeper issues. This could be due to anxiety, boredom, or the need for more mental and physical stimulation. When left alone, dogs may resort to chewing up your favorite shoes or demolishing your prized sofa out of sheer frustration or loneliness. It's their way of coping, not a personal vendetta against your furniture. On the flip side, when a dog nuzzles you, it's their way of showing affection. This sweet gesture is a throwback to their puppy days when they would nuzzle their mothers for attention and care. It's a sign of trust, a way for them to say, I love you and I feel safe with you. So the next time your dog nuzzles you or destroys a cushion, know that they are either showing their love or need more stimulation. Does your dog pant heavily or chase its own tail? If so, there's no need for alarm. It's a part of their natural behavior. Dogs pant as a way to regulate their body temperature. Unlike humans, dogs don't have sweat glands all over their bodies. So when they're feeling warm or after a vigorous play session, they pant. This rapid breathing allows moisture to evaporate from their tongues, nasal passages, and the lining of their lungs, ultimately cooling them down. Now let's talk about the tail chasing. It might be one of the funniest sights, but it's more than just a silly game for them. Dogs chase their tails out of boredom or to get your attention. Yes, your furry friend knows how to put up a show. Some dogs also chase their tails when they're anxious or excited. So your dog's panting and tail chasing are just their ways of dealing with heat and boredom. Does your dog go nuts when you come home? Ever caught them winking at you? If so, you're not alone. This behavior is quite common, and it's all about their natural instincts and their close bond with you. Let's start with the first one. Why do dogs go nuts when you come home? It's simple. They've missed you. Dogs are pack animals, and you, my friend, are their pack. When you're gone, they miss their pack leader. So when you return, It's like a mini celebration every single time. Their excitement is just a testament to their love and loyalty. Moving on to the next behavior. Why do dogs wink at you? Dogs are incredibly observant and they tend to mimic the behavior of their human counterparts. So, when you wink at them, they might just wink back at you. It's their way of communicating with you, showing their understanding and trust. So, your dog's excitement and those cute winks are just their ways of showing how much they missed you. Ever seen your dog run around like crazy? Or caught them eating poop? This may seem strange, but there's an explanation behind these behaviors. Let's start with those sudden bursts of energy, commonly known as Zoomies. Dogs, especially puppies, have a lot of energy. Occasionally this energy builds up and needs to be released, resulting in a sudden sprint around the house or yard. It's quite the spectacle, isn't it? But don't worry, it's a normal part of their behavior and a great way for them to exercise. Now, on to the less appealing habit of poop eating, scientifically known as coprophagia. It's not the most pleasant topic, but it's important to understand. Dogs may do this due to nutritional deficiencies, trying to clean their space, or even because of boredom. Always consult with your vet if you notice this behavior, as it could indicate a health issue. So, those Zoomies and the unpleasant poop eating habit are just your dog's way of dealing with excess energy and nutritional needs. Ever noticed your dog licking their paws? Well, this common canine behavior can be more than just a quirky habit. Dogs often lick their paws as a way to soothe themselves. Just as humans might bite their nails or twirl their hair when they're feeling stressed or anxious, dogs will often turn to paw licking as a form of self-comfort. Yet there's more to it. If you observe your four-legged friend engaging in excessive paw licking, it could be a sign of allergies. Yes, just like us, dogs can suffer from allergies too. These could be environmental, like pollen or dust, or food-related. The allergens can make your dog's paws itchy and uncomfortable, leading them to lick in an attempt to alleviate the discomfort. So the next time you see your dog licking their paws, remember, it's not just a random doggy behavior. It could be a sign of discomfort or just their way of calming themselves down. Well, there you have it. 15 strange things dogs do and why they do them. We've journeyed through the canine world, from the humorous to the downright bizarre. From the curious crotch sniffing, a natural way dogs familiarize themselves with others, to the adorable belly scratch kick, a reflex reaction to feeling ticklish. We've touched on the sweet gestures of gift-giving and licking, both ways dogs express their affection. We've discovered the meaning behind their quest for approval, and their haunting howls echoing their ancestral pack calls. Who can forget the destructive behavior, often a sign of boredom or anxiety, and the warm nuzzling, a gesture of love and trust. We've discussed panting, a canine way of cooling down, and the amusing spectacle of tail chasing, a playful or compulsive act. The excitement dogs show when we come home, their winking, the sudden outburst of energy known as Zoomies, and even the distasteful habit of poop eating, all have their explanations rooted in dog psychology. And finally, the soothing act of paw licking, a part of their grooming ritual or a sign of discomfort. Every quirk, every strange behavior is part of what makes our furry friends so fascinating. Remember, understanding your dog's behavior helps in building a stronger bond with them. So keep observing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep loving your furry friend.